normally look at their overall grade in the class, and then sometimes I throw that out altogether and say, how has a child impacted the classroom? If they have participated and done what I've asked of them, but have gone above and beyond what normally happens in the classroom, then that kid has made such a difference in the classroom that it stands out, and those are the people that usually get my awards.
It just depends. Sometimes I choose based upon how well they have done, or I've chose them based upon has they shown great improvement, are they extremely hardworking, so different things like that.
I think when I'm choosing students to give awards to in my English classes, I'm really looking for students that work really hard most of the time. I know we all have our off days, but for the most part I see really hard workers, and I usually try to find students that I don't think always get the recognition that I usually think they deserve. Students who might fall by the wayside and might really appreciate being recognized. So I think that's mostly what I look for when I look for awards for students.
Well, I don't necessarily go by the highest grade. I look at the students who have a very strong work ethic and who seem to have a strong interest in English, and who are respectful and just good with groups, and just kind of that all-around really good, strong student.
When I get the email to choose a student from each of my classes to honor on awards night, I just simply go to the grade book and look and see who has the highest average in the class, and that's the person I choose. For ASB, it's a little more complicated because grades are more comparable. So what I typically do is just pick the ASB president to recognize one more way, and that's pretty much how I go about picking it.
When I'm looking at students that I'm going to give awards to, I really look at the full picture. I look at students that have obviously achieved very well academically, but I'm also looking for those students who are highly motivated. They bring positivity to the classroom every day. They'll never give up. They're great leaders. They're willing to help out their classmates. So I really look at the full picture and try to pick out that student that really exemplifies what an OCHS student is expected to be. And I always confer with my skeleton, Janelle. Janelle, who do you think should get these awards? And so that's really how I do it, and then Janelle will, make sure that my decisions are good.
Well, primarily I look at three things. I look at strong academic performance in class, but also academic persistence in the face of a challenge or a struggle, or enthusiastically taking on challenging things that we're doing in class and really working through the struggle of doing the learning well. And I also look for a student who contributes positively to our classroom learning environment as a whole. So someone who's encouraging their peers, or is working well in small groups, or is actively trying to encourage other students to improve in class as well. Those are the three things I usually look for first.
Choosing the award for the award ceremony is not based on grade point average for me, but it's the people who engulf and show the character of what our program is supposed to be in the rehearsal and outside the rehearsal room, the ones that go above and beyond and live and breathe everything music. And the greatest thing for me as a choir director here at OC is that I get to see students go from point A to point B in 4 years, not just one. So the students that I've chosen for this award have grown with this program as musicians and young leaders.
You need to celebrate. Everybody in the age we live in, you get awards for doing anything, but these are special because you have stood out as above and beyond and being more than just a person who attends this school. You've contributed and you've made a difference, and that's the thing you need to celebrate. I mean, it's special.
That's good. While every student is important to me, I just want them to know that I really appreciate the hard work that they put into my class.
I would probably tell them that I'm really proud of them and that I do recognize their effort, even though sometimes it's really hard. We get bogged down in our day-to-day lives, and I feel like I don't always get to tell students that I recognize their hard work, but I think it's important that they know that it's being seen.
I would love to be able to tell them how much I appreciate them and notice them, and I'm thankful that they're good leaders in the class and good examples in the class.
I would just like to say thanks to, basically not just my students, but all students who are receiving an award tonight, because you are what makes coming to work here great every day, dealing with students who care about education and care about their grades in class and just want to make this a better place and make themselves better people.
But no, this award is a big deal. You know, teachers typically have 150 students, and so we have to look for those students that stick out, and so it's an honor and a privilege to get this award. So congratulations to everybody who's getting an award, and you've done a great job. Keep up the good work.
That's good. Good. Thank you for making our classroom such a wonderful experience this year. I am so very, very, very grateful to have you in class, and congratulations. It's quite an honor. There are very few students who get this award because there were so many students in our building, and you're truly one of the very best.